What? Alright, hello. Hold on. That's a copyright strike. I'm gonna change that real quick. Okay. Well, that was embarrassing. Stream crashed. Anyways, moving on. Uh, Give me a second. Okay, did that transition properly? Right. Okay, it's a good thing my art program did not crash or bug in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Right, we have... Where were we? Right. Ah, yes. I don't think... It feels a bit disorienting that my screen has a lot of pixels for... Actually, I'm gonna do a comparison real quick. So, that's the window for the game. And then I'm gonna stop this real quick. We have the arena. This cannot be the same zoom level. It's strange for me. So, I think I'm going crazy. New layer, actually, that'll help. New layer. New layer. New layer. So, 1-1-1-1. That cannot be the same resolution. Really? Also, hello to random viewers. Hope you're the ones from before. This cannot be the same resolution, though. I'm being deceived. This is not the same resolution. Really? Okay. Well. Okay, I'm gonna have to make some changes. First of all, I'm gonna move you here. Because these actually need to be thicker. Now that I realize it, you have to be thicker now. And yeah, he needs spacing too. Right. Yeah, move that like that. There we go. That looks thicker now. So it's still the same but for kind of. Well, not really. I just need to change the resolution of this. The playfield box, because we're changing. So I just need to export this again. Okay. Change it now. What is this song? What? Oh. So I just gotta change it again. So I just gotta add 1 pixel per thing. Right. Then okay. I just need to fix this. Right, so it's still the same. Yeah, we're gonna have that same configuration. It's just gonna be 1 pixel thicker is all it's gonna be. So we can just reset the size, position. I don't think this is correct though. Delete. And add it in again. Right. There you go. Just gonna move it there. And when we run arena, right. Okay. So now it's a bit thicker. It's just different, is what I'm gonna say. So I could move it. I think I need like a background kind of thing. So I think I'm gonna get texture rect. Full size the thing. Then I'm gonna add Bunny Godot icon. And I'm gonna make it tile. Right, so now we can see. Now we can see where we want to put the player box. I can put it up here. Maybe. Yeah. Probably. I have no idea. But let's say I were to actually resize the box. Right? Maybe I could have it here. This looks more like a dialogue box than anything. And I feel like it needs more pixels than this. Come on. But you know, it's interesting. I'll be right back. Just gonna get a water break real quick. Hello. Welcome back. Yeah. Okay. Okay, let's see what it actually looks like when it's like this. Okay. I really feel like it's too crispy. The pixels are too small, and it's kind of hard to see the wall. Or it looks thin. It looks very thin and short than I actually anticipated. So what if I make it where I'll be right back. Again, apologies. Alright, that was quick actually. So instead of 3, we're gonna make it 6 or 7, maybe just 6. 6 is good enough. We're gonna do the same for you, except the problem is it's not gonna fit anymore. Oopsies. We're just gonna lower it down another pixel. Yes. And we're gonna make it thicker. So maybe double the thickness. So I'm gonna say... Okay, that should work. So, there we go. We have our thickness. What a thick wall. By golly. I'm just gonna keep it here because I'm anticipating that this could be larger than this. This might not be the final one. Right, now you have to fix it again. So instead of this region, right, we made it bigger. We made it more plentiful. So we're gonna have to set it for... Oh no. I made a mistake. I'm gonna have to export it again. Let me check. That's 7. That's 6. Okay, I was wrong. Yeah, I just need to delete this. And we're good. Okay. So, back to you. We're gonna measure 4 and 10. So we're gonna set the left and right to 4. And this to 10. So, I have to reset the floor again. I don't even know where it would actually be. So let's make it bigger. And fit the floor accordingly. There we go. Now that's way thicker than it used to be. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna have to reset the size of this thing. Should be bigger, buddy. 9 by 20. So, right. By default, it'll be there. And when we have it, there we go. I think that's the right thickness. Yeah, that's the right thickness. So I'm gonna go back here. Need to do some realignment. So that it's like... Ooh. Wait. Okay. Then... Right. Okay. Pretty good. This is our arena. This is gonna be the arena. in which, yeah, people can do fighting and stuff, cool fighting. So, what's the size? We'll set it to 315 by 262. So 315 by 262. And I save that. Wowee! That's our box. That's our gigantic, glorious box. Amazing. And the issue disappeared on its own miraculously. Great job, me. So, now the problem. We're gonna go back to this one. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to set it by default size. So let's say I need it 16 or 64 by 64. Based on the dumb math that I'm doing, I should be adding it by 2 and 5. 2 and 5? No, it's 4 by 10. So, if you were to say 64 plus 4 and 64 plus 10, that means 68 and 74. So that's what we're gonna put in our, yeah, we're gonna put here 74, 68. Okay. Now on paper, this is 64 by 64. Not really. What? No! No. 8 by 20. Okay. 8 by 20. So that means 8, 20. That means we have 84 and 72. So that means right. Okay, that looks a lot better. I'm gonna verify that with yeah. What? Oh, right. It's 64. It should look like this. Nothing else. It kind of looks like my box. I'm gonna see it. So, let's see. So when we cut this in half, can we verify that it's actually... Boom! Ooh. 70. 70. 70? Really? You're having me at 70? So there's like, what, 6 extra pixels? I'm gonna say 14. Let's see what's gonna happen. Okay. This looks better, actually. So I'm gonna do the same trick again. Use sprite. Paste. Sprite. Cut in half. And is it 64 by 64? There we go. Okay. So now we can add collisions to our playfield. Now, we probably need like collision object, physics, static. Can be moved manually. Right, so this is what we need. I'm curious to see what the hell this other thing is. We have animatable static body 2D. What do you mean? What do you mean? Static body 2D versus animatable Yeah, okay. Ooh, okay. I think we want that. We want that far thing, in a sense. But we don't have to go ham. We can just go with the normal static body, and we can add 4 collision shapes. And ooh, yeah. Okay. Now it needs a collision shape. We could say world boundary. Okay. Question.
Normal.
So what? That's the okay. So I could let's start with the corner where origin starts. So let's say top boundary, and we're gonna say world, and then we could point it to the bottom like that. Then we could remove the asterisk. We'll remove the underscore. We're gonna replace it with another boundary for the left side. So I'm gonna change that. Right, you can see that. So let's finish the rest. So let's say right boundary. That means to the right. Duh. To the right. Congratulations. Then we're gonna have bottom. Now it's easy. Yeah. That's really cool. Now, how would we test this? We could test it by adding we could add the player to it. So player right here. We could add acti to the playfield. Whoopsies! What? You're telling me that it only has one? I'm an idiot. I'm dumb. Okay. As it turns out, they all had the same. They had the same boundary. How dumb of me. So now it'll actually work, cause yeah. Let's make unique. Remember, kids, don't forget to make your thing unique, or else. So. So now, yeah, they can't move anywhere besides that boundary point thing. Yippee. But, okay, you can notice something. Acti can just walk on top of the wall. I'm gonna remove the debug collision. Yeah. Oh, they're still showing. Right, now we have a wall. And you can see that it looks like they're on top of the wall, which we don't want that. We want them to not do that. Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna make their collision shape a bit bigger. Because why not? Yeah. So that things don't look weird. And we can run it again. Okay, now that I think about it, I'm gonna fix the issue of the wall later, but I just had a thought. We could use the same overworld sprites for the battle system. And yeah, I think you should position their feet at 0-0 in the player scene. I hope that doesn't break anything. If I... Lay gasp. Okay. Now, yeah, okay. Now they're at the 0-0 point, as you have wanted. So, we could easily fix the issue with the play field box thing by doing this one simple trick. It's called front door, and we're gonna, yeah, and the anchors, I hope it's anchored, because okay, we'll be using the same texture in here. I'm just gonna put that in here. I'm gonna say make unique. I'm gonna change the region, so that's this one. It should have been... Oh. Yeah. This should have been... Okay. So, theoretically... Okay. Fine. Your preset will be anchored towards the floor. Okay. Now... all I need to do is set the ordering to something arbitrary, like 10. And when we run the scene, the player is actually behind a box! I'm a genius! Glory! Okay. Alright. So, now, I'm having a thought that we could actually use the arena. Okay, hold on. I could actually use the overworld player sprites, nodes, for the same battle system thing. I should have... Okay. I mean, I knew that I probably needed to do that, but... You know... Yeah, I kind of find it a bit crazy. So, let's say, I want to do something weird. What if there was another... Okay, who's pinging me? Hold on. Somebody is pinging me. No, hold on. Okay. Beat perfectly at 0-0. You may have the wrong filter thing on your viewport if you're using one. Or I'm just crazy. Beat perfectly at... Okay. Well... Dizzy, hold on. When you could see that player is indeed, in fact, 0-0. And there's indeed extra space for the player. Yeah. That's right, buddy. It's perfectly at 0-0. Defeat. Right, because, hold on, I have to change straight. Yeah. Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I know. Okay. Make them look at the corner. Okay. Let's say... Yeah, the reason why it's not perfectly at this line is because it's a bit isometric in a sense. So if you were to plop Acti in hold on. Yeah. Where's my character sheet? Right, Acti random sheet. Wrong one. Technically it's technically the correct one, but I wanna see this one. It's to kind of give him a sense that he's in an isometric world, kinda. Like, you know. Kinda looks like it makes sense given this context. Like, you could just put him in a box if you wanted to. Yeah. Actually, I could actually erase this. Then it looks more convincing. Kinda. Actually, yeah, you too. Goodbye. No screenshots. Why did I screenshot it? Okay. Yeah, it looks like he's in a box now. Little goober. So, guys, I'll check Discord again. Oh, look. I think this will cause problems. Not that the sprite's wrong, but in sheet positioning, maybe. Well, they're like 5 pixels. I think it'll be fine. As long as I don't do crazy stuff. And even for like sideways kind of thing, I think I still have somewhat enough room. In any case, since I've set it up where it all depends on the X, Y, and Z, I could always, like, let's say, add an extra 16 pixels of space and reposition him that way. Like, for example. Yeah. But I don't think I have to worry about that right now. Broke. Since it broke Z, sorry, hold on. Me when I leaked DMs on accident. Think about how changing the sprite's actual position in this effect. Oh, the Z ordering. I mean, I always thought that you could, like, adjust that, maybe? Based on... to accommodate the sprite sheet. I kind of thought of that. But I'll see if it breaks it in the future. Then I'll probably try to fix it the way you suggested it. Well, for one thing, it depends on how many sprites they had to do it for. Or, yeah, how many individual sprites they had to do it for. Oh, I just realized they did it for every animation Peter had. Okay, well, I'm gonna show you one cool thing. Just one thing that if ever that it actually does break something, which it might. Uh, I could offset it. There you go. Simple. If I could even negative 16 by 16. I could cut his head off this way. Yeah, just one thing that makes that could make my life easier if ever I do need to offset the sprites. But if I need to increase the spacing, then you're probably right to say that it's painful. In which case, I'd have to do this. Right. Yeah, that kind of thing. I'm not sure what Steel Matic Dragon uses for sprite sheets and drawing. But if they're using a sprite, I'm guessing they already have a bit of like pro user stuff. Oh, they know this shortcut. They can make the process less painful this way. And yeah, this is an example if I ever needed to set it to 24 by 24 for every single sprite, which can work, which I can do, but I don't think I need to do such a thing right now. Still uses graphic scale like Meek. Oh. Well, darn, that is painful. That is absolutely painful. That's really painful. Oh, okay. Makes sense. I had my start with a sprite, so I kind of know how to make my life easier. Oh, grid. 34. Boom! My bad. 48 by 48 is the actual grid size.
Wow!
Yeah, then I could expand on this if I want to. I think for the sake of, since this is the sprite sheet that I am using, I'm gonna actually utilize this one. So let's say 48 times 16. And so on and so forth. And I could do that. Oh my god! Nah, that's too much for me. Let me change it just to this. Yeah, just gonna fix that one. Then, when I export it, you know what? Choose file. Cactus. You cannot! Grr, fine. Oh my god, I got it perfect. Technically. I got it perfect. Okay, I offset the character to be in the middle. I didn't actually think this was the right spot, but hey, go figure, I guess. I got it right. What a plus. What a plus for me. Still uses eye sprites for animations, I think for the really detailed ones. Like kind of pointing. Ah, okay, I see. Well, knowing me, I'd be using X-Sprite for everything. And yeah. I haven't really tried graphic scale, to be honest. So playfield.
You got a playfield!
I had this concept where how do I say this? The boundary box would be what? The boundary box you could like duck underneath in a sense. That's why I have it where you could. That's why there's an option for it to be transparent. It's because of that very thing. Which, now that I think about it, I should probably accommodate that for this. You know what? Let's just fill the entire thing. Yeah, to make my life easier, I'm just gonna fill the whole. Yeah. And then, let's say if we have Acti, right? Acti. Let's say we have a sprite of him just standing there menacingly right here. Yeah, that works too. Then I could make the box. I have to move this too, probably. That's sad. Or no, I could just make a sketch here. So given that right, I could make it where it's basically this freaking wall will be 16 pixels tall now. Gosh, that is really big. And then I'd have like an extra 16 pixels for the underneath. I'd say that's a really big box. And to that I say correct. Hold on. Although I don't have to, I think all I need to do was just to make it 16. Then I can figure out the rest later. Move it here. Then delete. Delete. Then move you up here. Yep. That's a really chunky boy. Because the walls are tall now. Okay, pro. The thing I also want to mention to you, you should probably use animated sprite 2D so that you could export multiple sheets and not need to redo sheet math every time you update a sheet. Really? We'll see. I'm gonna check how that works if I were to hypothetically change my sprite with an animated sprite. Oh! Gone! Vanished! Okay. Okay, wait. I think, yeah, okay, based on the UI, what Godot wants me to do is put each image as a separate thingamajig. Or maybe I'm wrong, I need to see how it works, so I'm gonna, let's say I import you as selected. What the? Let's say it's 16 by 16. Oh, so let's say. Oh, so you could just import it. You could just import the thing. Okay. But I have a question. Let's say I add a little thing. Let's say I add a squiggle line. Is that gonna update? I'm not gonna read chat yet. I'm gonna do this first before I read it. Okay, it does. Okay. Okay. I have a question though. What happens if the sprite size itself changes? So let's say goes back to 512. The canvas goes back to 512, 512. And I export it like that. Oh. Okay. No change. Really? I'm gonna add another squiggly line to check. I should have went with this the entire time. I should have done this the whole time. Okay, I have a question though, because I kind of have a system where you could easily replace the image file with another character. Does that work? Like, can I import, like, can I swap out sprite sheets? Like, let's say Acti isn't the player. It's gonna be, you know, Owen or Bert or maybe the watermelon guy in my story. I kind of want to easily interchange the character sprite sheets in that sense. Let's see if a sprite. The A sprite in fact didn't. So I'm actually gonna. Well, let's see. Well, that was really helpful. Showed nothing. Well, we can just have it as a sprite for now. More than that, I should probably look more into multiple sprite sheets can be used for animations for one character. You swapping all animations for a character in. Okay. Plus even multiple. Multiple sprite sheets can be used. I'll look into that next time. I say for the stream. I'll probably look into it once the stream's done. But for now, yeah, okay. I'll probably set the size of my character sheets to this size. Yeah, to this size from here on out. My original plan for this setup was different in a sense, like here's the walking animations, here's the idle animations. Then I could put this for other animations too, depending on the scenario, like fighting stance, running, etc., all sorts of stuff. And yeah. But like, yeah. And I could easily swap out, like, maybe this NPC doesn't need this area, but it needs this area. Or maybe we don't need diagonals, and all we need is the standard up, down, and left and right sheets, in a sense. Hmm. Now you can have extra sheets, separate sheets for extra animations, so no god sheets, and you can have way more animations than before while using animated sprite 2Ds. That's why Peter has a bunch of sheets in NFG. Hmm. I never really thought about like having different kinds of animations spread across different sprite sheets because it kind of, you know, I got very used to traditional basic sprite sheets. I'm gonna have to search for a reference. I'm gonna have to change my screen again. So let's say 24 color spy game edition. So the way it worked, because I was dealing with Pygame and Tiled, so basically, OneDrive, buddy, why do I need to use you? Why did you back up my stuff in the cloud? I didn't ask for that. So let's say the character sprite, buddy, pal, chum. Give me my spreadsheet, please. Okay. So, right, yeah, that's what the spreadsheet looked like. Just a basic idle, walking, asleep. I don't know what this is. It's. I think this is supposed to be crouching. I just never implemented that feature. And then you have the wall jump thing. You have the dead animations. You have the jump animations. You have the leap, and you have the ceiling climb animations. And they were even more arbitrary in this spreadsheet for objects. Right, yeah, because you have the checkpoint, the animation is laid out like this. Then you have the trinket, which just flashes. The teleporter, which just flashes. Then you have the signage, which looks, ooh, signage, black and white type of thing, you know? And I really love what Adonator has done with these sprites. The guy who helped me with these, really cool and impressive. So, back to A sprite real quick. Me personally, I don't really like I find the idea of trying to separate spreadsheets, depending on how complicated the game is. I think it could be really helpful if you have like a gigantic stuff, you have a buttload of animations. Then I think, yeah, you could have multiple files for animations, for different animation sheets. But, you know, given that I'm used to this, I'll look into it. I'll look into how. I'll ask you later, actually, how it works, how I could use it myself. But currently, I'm very used to the gigantic spreadsheet monolith thing. Like, you just have this. Well, that's not even the worst part of it. If I could just see, yeah, this one is the monstrosity. It's not even okay. You can see already how monstrous it is. You got red, orange, yellow, green, blue, cyan, blue, purple, and you got all these extra little details on the side too. That's a lot of tile sets. Yikes. But these are static objects, so I imagine for more complicated, more expressive animations, you're gonna have you probably need either a big sprite sheet or multiple separate ones, which I guess makes sense. I do not care. I do not need OneDrive. I do not need OneDrive for this operation. I'm gonna switch back to this one. It also lets you call animations by name. It makes sense for tile sheets, though. then again, I haven't really fully understood how to use animated sprite 2D. Let's find animations of this. And then play movie. Ah. Okay. Moving. Underscore. Direction. Play. That is a lot. That is a lot. I guess that makes sense though. And spread. Okay. Steel also uses them today. That's fair. So, going back to this real quick. The one thing I want to do before I end the stream is get these to actually work. So we got shape. So for the top and left, we don't have to do anything. For the right and bottom, though, we have to set it to the actual distance. You can see they're negative. They're both negative, so we can just, let's say, copy node path. Go in here. Ooh, hold on. S quotation mark dot distance. No distance. Okay. Can I copy the property? Yeah, okay. So we can just set it to arena size dot x negative, and we can set the bottom boundary to the same thing but for y. So going back here, okay, yeah, we're gonna go here. Let's say it's gonna be this big, right? And then when we play the game, invalid blah 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 on collision shape 2D. Do I have to do shape dot distance? Fine. Don't crash on me. Okay. Okay, now you can see they actually work now. It just looks a bit weird. I don't know why. I think, yeah, I need to fix this again. Because we indeed changed this, right? So in a sense, we have to do this all over again. Okay. Right. Okay. You don't need Acti in here anymore. Farewell. Nah, it's good. Then you're gonna see everything break again. Okay. It's time to fix it again. Huh? The floor. Oh, that's the floor. You're right. You have to select you. Then the front floor. This one actually, I need to fix this one. Right, this time we're working with 20 pixels. Nice. What? Wait. Okay, I did it again. I did it again. Okay. That should be right. What? Bro? What? Excuse me? Excuse me? Okay. This wall keeps getting bigger and bigger. Now, okay. Now it works. But I gotta fix this again. Sob. Stop. Ah, gotta fix it again. Alright. Okay.
Should be fine now.
Yikes. Yeah, okay. That's good. But perhaps... What? Oh. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, but why though? What? Huh? Wait. Reset. Set to that again. Do I have to? Legends! No, I broke it again. I just too. No, we do not need to align it. Okay. It works okay. It should work fine. But if it were to be one... Yeah. Okay. Right. Then the front floor be here. Yes. In that sense, why is the floor not like 6 level? Yeah, like this. But then you can see that it is broken now. But I can just do this. Hey, so technically, it has depth now. The floor doesn't look like it's thin anymore. So, just kind of... Okay. Wait, I think I need to put the layer. Right, okay. I don't think I need to do that right now, so I can just offset the thing by 8, by 10, by 10, by 10, yeah. That looks right. So it's just gonna be deep, deep, deep. Yeah. It, no, it almost looked believable. Okay. Yeah, I need to fix it again. So, no longer 14. Gosh, you have to put 20 now. So, I'm not even sure about that number anymore. So, let's say 20 minus 6, which is 14, actually, multiplied by 2, which is 28. I'm not sure about that number. Going back here, I don't think I should be. I don't think I have to change anything about that number. So, let's see. That looks right. That looks okay. I just need to verify that I'm actually right on that. So, new sprite. Okay. Cut that in half for me, please. So, what's the number? Not even close. Okay. So, it was supposed to be 60 by 64 by 64. Those numbers are so off, so I need 25 for this. So I need to... What? 16. 16. 16 and 41. Interesting numbers. But why? Huh? Wait. I need to actually turn on collision shapes again. This does not make sense to me. So... it's the X that's correct. It's the Y that's wrong. In terms of the... Sorry, what? Wait. 64 by 64 and reset the left and right boundaries. How far am I from actually getting it correct? So I'm gonna take this again for reference. So it's saying that I'm off by... So I need to add 4 pixels to this. Or need to subtract 4 pixels. So it's 24 then. What is going on? So, okay. This looks right now. This looks correct now. Yay! So, going back here in our little arena thing, since the play box is now different, let's see if it's this looks quite the same now. Since I noticed it just clips off the corner like that. That's rather sad. Is it 315 by... Oh gosh, no, no, we do not want to edit that one. So the thing itself is 311. I'm just gonna say 300 by 250. Yeah, yeah. So now we have a big old arena now. And I think the background is no longer fitting. We're gonna have to replace it with something else. So, I call the time. It's 10:45 p.m. This has been a rather short stream, somewhat. So, well, relatively, actually. And even worse that it actually got cut off by Windows doing a funny Windows thing. Which is rather somewhat disappointing, actually. So before I leave, see you and happy trails. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Bye-bye. Yeah, I gotta sleep. It's 10:46 already. And I have a lot to do tomorrow. And I'm happy I at least found some time to work on the game today. Especially the battle system, even though it's technically not. Ruaz, outro music. Hashtag, oh my, okay. Right, night guys. And thanks for sticking around.